a gentleman with autism, and autism is one of the populations that is really growing. And when I first started working with him, he was working at a recycling center. He'd been doing this since he was out of high school. And it was an okay job. He'd done pretty well, but his parents really wanted him to try something new. And I'll always remember his mother telling me one time, she said, the reason I like work opportunities is because my son, when he came out of school, many people in the profession thought he would never work. Yet I sat there with Joe Letty, who's the founder of our company, and she said, I was scared to death that he was going to give up on Chris. And he said, no, we're not going to give up. We're just going to keep trying. She said, I was shocked and surprised by the fact that he wanted to do that. And that was 25 years ago. And she said, so I'm always a champion of work opportunities just because you try and you don't give up. So I started working with her son. And we found him a job through our process of identifying employers. We had met with a manufacturing firm in actually Newfields, New Hampshire. And we saw this position where it was a machine operator, where they actually make and they mold the rubber inserts that go inside the car windows. And what the job required, when we asked the employer, what are the expectations of this job? He said, well, you've got to make 250 of these, you've got to press down on the machine, and they have to be perfect, and you have to count them, and you have to put them in the box with the appropriate number, and you have to fill out the invoice appropriately, and you have to be perfect, and you have to have the right amount. Now, knowing Chris, who I'd worked with for quite a while, he was very, very on top. Anything you taught him once, that was it, and that's the way it's going to be. The problem was if you wanted to change it. If you want to change it, that could trip him up. So he said, okay, we're going to give Chris a shot at this job. We're going to train him the right way the first time. And he excelled at the job. The employers have loved him. He grew from the job. I know his parents appreciated the opportunity, and it was very gratifying to see him in that position, from where he was, 10 years prior. It took a while. It doesn't happen instantaneously, but it did happen, and it's definitely worth the wait.